Welcome to this installment of Connecting with the Spirits. This is one of our favorite video series to put together because it allows us to tell you the story of a single spirit over the course of several investigations. What you're going to see here is a lot of footage that we've never shown before, a lot of evidence we've never shown before, to tell you the story of Michael from Grapevine Farms. This is a spirit that wasn't well known when we started investigating in that location, but has connected with us, become very dear to us, and has become one of the most well-known spirits in the location since we started investigating there. We've met a lot of spirits in our investigations, but there are some that have made an impression on us. Some spirits that stick with us and are always on our minds. To us, they are as real as any living person. These are their stories, told through our investigations, our evidence, our connecting with the spirits. In many of the locations that we investigate, the spirits there are already well known by the owners and staff. This is the case with Dennis at the Worcester Inn and David Hiltz at Grapevine Farms. But sometimes, during the course of an investigation, a new spirit will come forward and connect with us. This is exactly what happened at Grapevine Farms with the spirit of Michael. The owners and staff of Grapevine Farms have long since known there was something off about the basement. They have long felt that uncomfortable feeling of being watched down there, and many people will not go down there alone or at night. However, until our first investigation there, they weren't exactly sure what was causing this discomfort. A psychic medium had told the owners that there was a spirit of a boy crying down there, but he did not tell her his name or anything else about him. During the walkthrough before our first investigation, Tim, one of the owners, told us about this sad boy in the basement. Our main focus that night was the spirit of David Hiltz in the tombstone room and the mischievous spirits of the children on the second floor hallway and in the attic. So, we did not have a lot of extra equipment to spare to cover the basement. As a result, we did not have a camera down there that night. During that first investigation, we did spend some time in the basement trying to communicate with the sad boy that the psychic medium had picked up on. It was during this time that we first learned his name and how old he is.
Michael?
We may have also detected his energy as we continued to investigate the basement that night.
Are you here with us? If you're here...
You can make the green light change colors. The green light that's right here. You can make it change. You can make it orange or red.
I keep hearing a kid voice. Whoa. Okay, that was tough. That's laughter, like children's laughter.
No.
No, are there children down here?
Just spiked it red.
Are there children down here?
Whoa.
It wouldn't take.
No, I think I bumped it. No, it wasn't. I'm filming.
Are you making it turn red so we know you're here?
Look at that thing spiking. Can you do it again? Thank you. Can you make it go red? I know you can, man. At this moment, yeah, I'd appreciate that. The next time we visited Grapevine Farms, they held an event to disclose the paranormal findings from our first investigation. We also held a ghost hunt event for 10 people to join us as we continued our investigation. We spent a lot of time in the basement that night trying to talk to Michael again. For the second time, Michael identified himself by name and, once again, told us that he is 8 years old. I'm 8. Our participants also had some very compelling experiences with what we believe was Michael's spirit reaching out to us.
Is Michael here? Michael, are you down here? See the same thing the other group had.
Really? Because it was so...
Yes. Michael? Last time you were here, you were not happy. How are you tonight? How are you tonight? You're not going to talk to me, Michael? Whoa.
What?
We also picked up another voice. This voice sounds as if it belongs to a male spirit. Who this spirit is, and if he's connected to Michael in any way, is still a mystery.
Shit. You were lighting up red.
Yeah, it hit 20.
Yeah.
Is there someone that stays down here?
Since the basement was such a hotspot for activity during our event, we made it the primary focus of our next investigation. It didn't take Michael long to start communicating with us. Before we had even turned the lights off, we made a comment about not knowing exactly how old Michael is. And then he tells us. This is the third time Michael has clearly told us that he is 8 years old.
Michael, I brought some people your age. Well, close to your age. We don't really know how old you are. Go ahead. Yeah, there's that.
Michael also told us his name that night, again for the third time.
Michael?
We spent a lot of time trying to communicate with Michael during this investigation.
Michael, I'm on the floor, my man. Can you reach out and grab my hand? Go for it. Uncle, I came a long way to come back here and play with you again. Can you come over to me? Let me know you're here. Just tug on my sleeve. You did the last time I was here. I'll play hide and seek. Why don't you make a sound where you are and I'll try to find you. Michael, is that you? Can you make yourself be heard or seen without using those cameras? Can you touch that white box and make those lights go off for me? Can you go play with the teddy bear? What do you think of the fact that this room changes all the time?
Would you rather have it put in place so you can have room to move around and play?
You guys are watching. There's something done right there. Michael, you touching my bald head? Feels like there's cobwebs. This place is pretty clean. I don't think there are any cobwebs in it. Are you there, Michael? Where? Yeah, I lost my hair, Michael. What color is your hair? Mine was black, I think. It's been a while. What do you want to say to us? How did you die? Are you hiding over there?
Sometimes it feels as if Michael is playing hide and seek with us. While trying to find him, we captured one of the most compelling and intelligent responses we have ever caught.
Wait a minute before you tell me where to go. Are you hiding in the closet? Are you hiding in this closet, Michael?
While he does like to tell us his name and age, he hasn't told us much more about himself. But we have heard his childlike voice, whether through electronic voice phenomena or through the Phasma box. And his energy is also in the basement. We've not only felt it, our equipment has detected it. And we've also seen his energy in the form of light anomalies.
Something keeps moving over there.
Over where?
Behind
It felt
you.
like something was.
No, that was behind you.
That was
I
behind
heard
me.
it over here.
Yeah,
It was like a slide.
But has Michael successfully hid from our cameras? During our last investigation, we snapped this photo. In it, there appears to be a face between the legs of this table. You can also make out what looks like a raised hand, with part of it being in front of the rear leg. Is this Michael? Or is it just the background playing tricks on our mind? In an effort to debunk this, we take a look at the 20+ photos of this area taken during the course of the night. Not one of them has this shape in it, or even this space being taken up by anything. We also looked to see if we caught this moment on one of our stationary cameras. Will this image show up there? Unfortunately, at the exact moment this picture was snapped, we were standing between the camera and the area in question. The final thing to look at in this photo is the detail. Could this image just be the same bags of pillows that are on the left side of the screen? To try and debunk this, we look at the detail of each side of the picture. The left side, which are bags of pillows in the background, are not very detailed and very blurry when you zoom in. The right side remains more detailed, and you can clearly make out hair, eyes, nose, and a mouth. You can even make out what appears to be a hand with a finger in the air. A hand that obscures part of the table leg, meaning it's in front of it, not behind it. Is this a picture of Michael? We cannot debunk this picture. However, we also cannot, with 100% certainty, label this picture as paranormal. There just isn't enough proof. Therefore, we must conclude that this photo is unexplained, but very compelling. Michael is a spirit that isn't afraid to let you know he's there, but we're still trying to figure out the rest of his story. How did he die? What's keeping him here? While he hasn't told us a lot about himself, we feel very connected to him. His energy resonates throughout every inch of the basement of Grapevine Farms. We have felt him. The owners and staff have felt him. Through our investigations, we've also heard his voice, and maybe even seen his face. We have connected with him. He is a spirit that we are looking forward to connecting with again and learning the rest of his story.